James Whittenborg, laptop usage.
Thank you for your time today. First and foremost, I'd like to say I am a proponent and I am excited, and I do support this move to the digital world, laptops in the schools. Being a systems engineer, though, I do look at big pictures, I do look at preparation, I do look at planning, and I do have some concerns. And I know it's the 11th hour, but one of my concerns was, has the Board of Education engaged the community, the parents, maybe even some of the teachers? I know they've got their crash course these last 3 days, but from a lot of parents I've spoken to in the hallways and on the streets, we all seem to have pretty much the same concerns, that we don't feel as informed as I think we'd like to. We don't know what the protocol is for the laptops. Are they just textbooks? Will they be textbooks with assignments and tests taken on them? Will the verbal skills and the written skills start to go away as we go paperless? I think that's very much a part of the learning process with children. I know I look around here, and, well, I'm probably as older than a lot of people, but I had strictly paperwork and regurgitation of lessons benefits and helps the teaching process. Some of the questions that we have, and they may be known, and I apologize if I didn't get the word, but computer backups, will this be a routine thing? Power strips throughout the school, tech support 24/7. I've heard the rumor, and I hate to present rumors, but I heard the rumor Facebook and Twitter will be accessible. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. If it is, I'd seriously like to know why in a school atmosphere it will be. And if it's not, great. That's the part of the filtering system. Again, I think parents would like to know more about. I understand this program of introducing computers into the school systems has been piloted in other states, other counties, and school districts. Are there results from that? Are there summary reports? What's been the effect? Where are the metrics? Are there lessons learned? All these things need to be taken into account when you go into a new project and start a new system. The education system for our kids isn't between 8 and 3, Monday through Friday. It extends to the homes, and we parents are as much of this education process as all of you and the teachers. The more informed we are, the better we can help you with your job. And lastly, I know I'm running out of time here, and I wish I could speak in shorthand, but this pilot program, it's not like we're manufacturing a product or a service. This is an extreme shift in education, and the product that affects is our children. And some of these kids don't get do-overs. They have ACT tests that they'll be taking. Some are going out and they're establishing their GPAs. And this is going to be a hard change in the way they do business, in the way the teachers do business, and in the way the kids do business. And again, it affects them right now, and that's what I'm very concerned about, and I think a lot of other parents. So my bottom line is, I would just hope that we could roll the parents into this process.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, one more
So we can answer quite a few of those. If you go to the district's website, the FAQs address almost every one of those. There is no Twitter, there is no Facebook, so please don't listen to rumors. There's filters on the systems, whether they're in your house or our house. YouTube is allowed. The social media sites you've mentioned are not. Yes, there are results. This is not a pilot program. This is the way we're doing business. The idea that paper is the technology forever is, frankly, I'm an engineer too, is absurd. Paper's run its course, and it ran its course a long time ago. I'd invite you to look at the digital curriculum. Pearson is the largest educational solution provider in the world. They are not a fly-by outfit. They are providing us the system, the professional development, the back-end analytics, the formative assessment, the e-books, and all the stuff that goes to the planning devices, the collaboration tools, the ability to build a library around your class, from the Khan Academy to all sorts of other things. The idea that we are somehow at the forefront is ludicrous as well. Business is at least 30 years ahead of us. Government elsewhere is at least 15 to 20 years ahead of us. Education has not made the transition, in my mind, frankly, because budgetary resources allowed it to continue to do business the old way. And there aren't budgetary resources to do business the old way anymore. We have to provide good compensation for our teachers, or we won't have good teachers. That means we have to provide resources that allow our teachers to be more effective, because we don't have resources to supplement them in the old ways. Technology is the world in which our kids are natives. We may not be, and it may scare us, but they're natives. And the difficulty to change for them is far less than it will be for people my age. They will work in an environment that a lot of kids around our country and our world are already working in. The Khan Academy is one of the leading resources. Florida's gone to Flexbooks. The state this year came within a hair's breadth of demanding that we do this. So we're probably, in our state, 2 years ahead of the curve. We're certainly leading the way. Kathy says 3. We're certainly leading the way in terms of formative assessment. The digital initiative did not begin this year. It began last with digital assessment. We do computer adaptive assessment at the district level in our schools for formative assessment. That gives us instant feedback. The way that people were comfortable with was to learn about it in July. And I call that an autopsy, because there's nothing we can do about the students learning a year late. We can now intervene on the fly. This week, we changed the textbooks on the fly. Our math teachers in secondary took a look at the book they had initially adopted and decided, after they got in the curriculum a little deeper, they'd like to switch it. Try that with paper. If you've got $1 million, you can do it. If you don't, you can't. With digital, you can change the textbooks today, tomorrow, the next day, every year, to meet the kids' changing needs and our learning of the ability to put the curriculum to work. We work in a learning environment. Our kids are going into a world of exponential change. We're moving forward, and it is not a pilot. It's a full-force effort that I think any number of districts are going to copy almost immediately, and one which was led in Virginia by a district that had tremendous success in raising student achievement by making this undertaking. So it's not an experiment. It's district-wide. We've made a commitment to it. The other commitment we would have had to make was to paper, and we're not going to commit to paper. We're going to commit to the world our kids live in, which is digital. And when you hear rumors, I suggest you go to the FAQ site, check that out. When we hear questions such as the ones you bring to us, we'll add those to the FAQ so other people can benefit from your questions and our answers. There's a lot of learning to be done. If you want to learn more, Project RED was a meta-analysis of the use of digital learning in classrooms in K-12. It's quite a tome, and I invite you to explore that as well. I think those are the key points that really get at the focus of what we're trying to do. We have to prepare our kids for the future. We're not going to get there using methods that essentially have brought us to where we are today. We're going to have to use new methods, and these methods aren't that new.
Didn't we have some parents panel something the other night? The parents came in.
We certainly did, yeah. So through the PTAs, parents groups, and quite frankly, we involve the parents, and parents of 5th graders have been involved since last October. This wasn't the first time we've used digital initiative. The netbook computers we began distributing in October were in use throughout the year, and those will go back into service in the 3rd grade this year. But parents, communities, the future of our city really are all part of this initiative, and we're in it with the best of company. Pearson is equally committed as we are.
And the Council of PTAs and the library system have also volunteered to partner with parents to provide training to parents, both on the use of the computers and also the curriculum itself, and how to interact effectively with the curriculum to help with homework and assignments, and what's a Moodle and how do you work with a Moodle. So there will be some wonderful community partnerships that will help answer some of those questions as well.
Correct.
I think we have one more person.
Well, we have 2 more, but I was going to say, I'm sure you already have it planned to take grades at the end of the semester and at the end of the year and compare them to last year. I'll be interested in seeing the results.
The ones we'll be watching, you know, we've had good result with AP. We've had good results with other assessments. The Alabama Reading Math Test this year. If you'd been here for the budget presentation, our teachers and our staff and our efforts bore significant fruit this year.
Right.
And we're looking for that again this year. You can see the report card for the superintendent is not developed in a vacuum. It's developed with the superintendent. So my grade, the grades that will be passed down to our principals, their alignment with my report card, all of it focuses around raising student achievement.
No, I'm just talking about Johnny and Mary's grades
Sure.
on their report card.
Sure.
I'll be curious
Well,
to know.
we can make sure those grades go up, but.
Good, they're the
yeah.
ones I want to see, not yours. Okay, Jackie Reed on school issues.